If you watched my last week's Cybertruck video, then you know why I have this here. And if you don't know what this is and why I have this here, well, you better go watch last week's video real quick so you know why I'm holding this tail light from my Cybertruck in my hand right now. But today, we're going to open this up and see what's going on in here. I know this may seem a little bit weird. There's a Rivian behind us and we're talking about Cybertruck. But we're only talking about the Cybertruck's taillight. And well, let's open this thing up and see what's inside. Hopefully that goes as easy as I think it is. It looks like we just have 6 Torx head screws here on the back side, and then it depends what kind of sealant they used. If they used a gasket or an actual sticky sealant. Oh yeah, it is sticky. It doesn't just pop loose. Oh yep, we need to get a screwdriver. So let me grab a screwdriver. All right, let's see here. That will, yep, I hear it pop. Sounds like adhesive type sealant or maybe a sticky gasket. We'll just go around. Now, okay, it popped loose. Ooh, all right. Now, I don't know if you can see that right now, but there is water. It is, well, full of water. Look at this, like an aquarium. And we can see there's a moisture up throughout here. That is all moisture, so it's full of water. Not sure where that came from. And this here, these little hole looking things, I guess that would be lining up with the LEDs here on the PC board. And well, this part down here was definitely underwater while this upper part had moisture. So this is the lower part, this is the upper part. And well, we can even see some specks that look like rust right there. And well, let's see if we can take these screws off and then see what we got there. Got the screws out and this popped up right away. So there's a flex piece in between here and there. This one doesn't move at this point, I think because of the connector back here. That is probably sealed. I don't even know. Where do we have sealant? There's not really, Oh, it's in here. There's a gasket in here. Okay, yeah, it's kind of like a rubber gasket. So I suspect, let's see if I can do this with one hand. Oh, I can't push it out. I need 2 hands and then we'll see. I don't see anything else holding it. And I got all the screws, I think. So, well, let's see if we can pop it out. Interestingly, seems like I can push on here, and this actually has some movement. This, I can see a little tiny gap right there, but not up here. I don't see any additional screws. So, well, let's see. This doesn't give at all. So definitely down here where the plug is, it's coming up, but it seems to stick up here. I don't know if they put an adhesive under there. I'm trying not to break this. Okay, I can see. So this here, this is an aluminum plate with ribs on it. And that is because of heat. I guess these LEDs create quite a bit of heat. So the PC board, or between the PC board and the plate, we got a white paste, and that white paste is actually what helps transfer the heat from the LEDs to this aluminum plate here, and that's where we're sticking, but it's slowly breaking loose here. I just gotta work that slowly. There we go, got it off. So yeah, so now here you can see that is that paste we were sticking on there. Yeah, it's kind of like a little rubbery paste. That is to help facilitate the heat transfer from the back side here. And this white looks like it's like a metal layer, this white stuff. But yeah. And then now we see actually that stayed, the plug. That is kind of interesting. And just the pins came out. And here you got a close-up. That's how this looks like. And then this is just like that. And that stayed here. And then the pins just came out like this. And I don't know. That seems to be solid. I also don't see any seal in there, no seal here really. So maybe, I don't know, if that water came in around this plug somehow. It shouldn't, because the plug that goes on here seals to this housing, so nothing should be able to get in here. And I suspect that under this stuff here, we have another gasket. So still don't know where the water really came in. There is nothing really obvious to see on here. Well, let's take a closer look here anyway. Well, there we can see more rust. Rusty stuff is not good. This was all underwater here, so this was right in there, and you can still see it's all wet. And we just have this rust right there. I would assume it shortened out. I don't know if this would work again if we dry it up. If this would be a really super easy install on the Cybertruck, I probably would put this back on real quick just to see. But it actually is not that easy and kind of sucks. So yeah, but this is what the Cybertruck taillight looks like inside right here. Obviously we got the communication here. There's 4 pins, so there should be a positive and a negative, plus probably a positive and negative communication wire. I don't know if that is a CAN bus or a LIN bus or what the heck they used. But I suspect we just provide power to this plus communication, and then we got all the electronics here that, depending on the signal that it gets, makes either a brake light, a turn signal, or a just regular tail light out of it. So depending on the signal. Well, yeah. Well, maybe we take this off real quick too, just because. This came out super easy. There is a gasket under there. So that's where this little plug thing was. And I don't know, I see some moisture under there, but it's hard to tell if it came in around there or not. And there is some wet, but if the water got in here, eventually it would have been, however this was. There we go. The water come up here, it would have come from this side anyway, so it's, yeah, can't really see for sure where it came in. Well, but here, now you know how a brake light or tail light of a Cybertruck looks with water in it. That's not supposed to be there. Now there is one last thing right here that's kind of like a rubbery thing, and I don't know what that is. There's an orange dot there, that's just a sticker, but there is a little rubberish feeling thing, and it feels like there's a hole underneath, and I think that should be, oh, there's another one down here as well. I think those should be ventilation holes, and actually, yeah, there's some water in there. That's kind of what it looks like. Let me show you. So yeah, this one and that one right there. And if we look from the inside, there's all this water. We can see this right there. That is a little hole. So I would suspect these two are vents, and maybe the water came in through there. These are there so that obviously as you're gaining or losing elevation and air pressure changes, we don't have this popping up, so excess pressure can escape. Moisture should be able to escape. This basically should keep this area, if you want to call it, ventilated, so it's actually open to the outside, but without letting water and debris in. But well, water got in somewhere anyway. I'm gonna insert this clip here real quick. This is after the fact that I noticed this little hole down there. And you can see that it shimmers red through there. So that comes from this side. Oops, there's more water coming out now. Yep, but so that goes into this area. So there must be a separate cavity. So the water could have come in around this, actually. It's a possibility. But yeah, there's this little tiny hole right there, which I guess is supposed to be a vent hole to another sealed area, but maybe it wasn't sealed. All right, that is it for this video. Quick look what's inside a Cybertruck taillight. If you haven't been following our channel, click the channel icon and go check us out. We got tons of Cybertruck videos, we got Rivian videos, Chevy Bolt videos, we got all kinds of videos, and they're all real life because we live with those vehicles. We had this one here for 2 years. We know quite a lot about those. We didn't just have it for 2 days like some journalist or something. No, we're living with this thing. We get the full Rivian experience. We get the full Cybertruck experience. We had the Cybertruck for 2 years. We had the Chevy Bolt for almost 2 years. We have a 2013 Tesla Model S85 with 230,000 miles on it. Yes, we have the full EV experience. So, got a lot of road trips, winter road trips, even in 20 below, summer road trips, family road trips, towing with the Rivian, towing with the Cybertruck, towing with the Model S, all real life stuff. And we have quite a lot of technical videos, DIY videos, where we show you how you can do certain things yourself on an EV, and we show you accessory installs. Talking about accessory installs, go down below in the description. We got links to EVBASE, Hansshow, Tesla, and others that we get parts from and had good experiences with. So use those links. There are also discount codes with some of them. Use those discount codes, check out those websites, and maybe you find a cool accessory. Like we have running boards from EVBASE on this Rivian back here. We also have EVBASE running boards on our Cybertruck. We have a Hansshow light bar on our Cybertruck. We have a Hansshow charging pad in here, and the Rivian wireless charging, cell phone charging pad, because the one that came with the Rivian sucks. So all kinds of stuff that you can really use in real life. Now, make sure to give us a thumbs up for this video. Go watch our other videos and give them a thumbs up as well. And if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe and hit the notification bell, and don't miss out on our next video. In any event, thank you for watching. Goodbye.